You know, when you find that significant other, you do what you can to help that person out, whether it's him or her. Be there when they're not, when they got something going on, whether they suffering financially, as if losing a job, having family situations where one of the family members have died, you don't want to speak to them, or in some cases they're not feeling well and sick. And in Phil's case, he wants to claim that his wife has not been feeling well, but yet has he been to her aid? He's been helping out? No, he's still on stream. He's still doing what he normally does, which tells me, A, that she's really not sick, or if she is sick, she's just sick and tired of his silly self. And you probably saying, so Vanguard, what are you talking about this time? Well, but yeah, let's Phil talk about it. Let's check out this next video, shall we? And we're back on my boy with duty. Let's see what he's got for us today.
Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. Really, that money. That money. Questions such as, hey, Phil, how are you doing? Right? I tend to just kind of gloss over that question and answer in a very platonic way. Oh, I'm doing fine. I'm doing good. We're enjoying the game. We're hanging out. Yeah.
As anybody else would say, Phil, there's been plenty of times where I jump on other people's streams and say, hey, such and such, how you doing? They're like, oh, I'm doing great, Vanguard. We're having a good time. We're just going to have fun with the stream, talk about anything and whatever. And in your case, Phil, you want to make it short and sweet to the point, which in some cases is okay. But then if anybody asks you, hey, how's Cat doing, whatever, you get into these long vent fets, back fets, whatever you want to call it, Phil.
In reality, when someone asks that question, 9 times out of 10, people are very fake. I hate to say it.
What? Wow, Phil. Good way. This is the reason why you got so many enemies, Phil. That's a good way to turn a potential friend to somebody who's just going to hate your guts by saying it that way, talking about they're fake, when you're actually one of the fakest people on the planet.
True. People aren't asking that question with the intention of getting an honest answer. They don't even really want an honest answer. They just want to get some kind of an acknowledgement of existence. Oh, hi, how you doing? Oh, I'm good, how are you? Oh, I'm good. That's all they want to hear. They don't want to hear, oh, well, this is actually what's going on, and this is, and this and that, and this and that, and this and that.
Phil, if you don't meet like somebody in person, they're not interested in speaking to you. They're not interested in wanting to talk to you. That's the way of saying, I'm just getting to give you a short, sweet answer. Leave me alone. That's how you did that, Phil.
So, most people you will run into in your life will be fake like that.
I don't love you. Like I said, I only romantically love my wife, but...
And that's perfectly fine,
Yeah, in some cases that is true. But you can tell who's being fake, Phil. You, on the other hand, you can never tell that because you had a couple of people that were being real to you, and you pretty much threw them out of your life and isolate yourself completely on this small, tiny little island with this huge amount of ocean.
At least someone is nice enough to give you the time of day to even say hello to you, right? But every once in a while, stuff kind of tends to accumulate. And that's kind of the situation I'm in right now.
You have done that yourself.
And I would like to talk a little bit about that on today's show to get it off my chest. Because I feel like this is the venue for me to do that. People ask me all the time, well, what's going on with this? What's going on with that? And I would like to let you know, quite frankly and quite honestly, what's going on.
That's a lie. You never been honest on anything, Phil. You could give him some sort of half-ass answer and then beg for money.
Oh, I mean, one thing. Let's start with the elephant in the room, the most obvious thing. I'm still sick,
Bullshit.
I got sick over a week ago. It was not this weekend, but the weekend before. We're in the middle of the weekend. I started to have a bad sore throat and congestion, and I realized that I was getting sick, right? And that's...
We all know you was depressed, Phil, because Cats finally left your ass, but I'll play along with this. Since you want to see how that situation, especially with a sore throat, I wondered, did you ever get your tonsils removed? Maybe that could be causing it. Or is the possibility that since the weather is changing, going from hot to cold, that your allergies are simply just acting up?
Started getting really bad fever and all of that, and I was so sick that I lost 3 entire days of work, including a scheduled marathon that I had planned for over a month, that people were looking forward to, that traditionally
No, you were looking forward to do that because you thought in your mind it's gonna bring even more money. In other words, maybe thousands of dollars at the most, Phil. Everybody else would knew it would have been incredibly boring, but I'm glad it never happened so it could teach you a good lesson. And secondly, why don't you have emergency funds stashed away in case you were to get sick, Phil?
An event that brings out viewers for a special celebration of holiday fun and, let's be honest, support of the channel as well, right? And there was absolutely nothing I could do about that. I am in a profession where when I get sick, I can't work, and when I can't work, it's a day I don't make money.
Who the fuck cares?
I don't have sick time.
Again, Phil, why don't you have emergency funds stashed away where you were to get this badly sick, Phil? Something to keep on a rainy day for anything like this. Most people will have, food stacked away. They will have an extra $100 stashed away in case they get sick or whatever and they can't make the money because they don't have sick time. At least they can utilize that, Phil. It's called being prepared, which you do badly at.
I have paid time off. I don't have literally anything to make up for the fact that I'm not working. It is very different from back in the day when I used to get sick. It didn't matter. I could take time off and not upload videos for weeks at a time, and I'd still be making good money because YouTube ad revenue was ridiculous back in the day. You would be making, excuse me, no exaggeration, you would be making so much money just on the ads that ran on your content on
I let that play out a little bit longer because number one, he's still doing it to this very day. He did it back in his day. He did it back in the day where let's say if he took off, he would be missing money. And he's still doing it this day, complaining about money. That's always been his niche.
Okay, that you can have entire times off and still be making good money as if you were working all along. There was a time when I went on vacation and all I uploaded was like a Fallout 3 playthrough all week, but it was if I never left.
So why don't you do that now, Phil? That way you can spend more time with your wife. You could actually do videos of Spider-Man, Mario, and just upload that way, still get the views and help your wife out, Phil. It's not that difficult. Look what I've been doing. I've been making videos on you for the past 2 months. I have somewhere between like 10 to 17 videos, and they're doing a little bit good for me for a tiny channel, Phil. Not that difficult and very creative.
That's just how it was. And now it's not like that. Now a day that I don't stream is a day that it hurts me and my family. It's set.
Bullshit. You don't have a family. It's just you and a cat. And secondly, the reason why it hurts you is not because you're not getting the money, but once you get the money, you put $1,000 into WWE Champions. Matter of fact, you're probably putting the money into other mobile games. I don't know what those are, but once you're addicted to one mobile game, when you find another, you're gonna put more money into that, Phil.
Back, essentially. So we got all that going on. Now I've come back from that illness, right? I started streaming again on Thursday. I started full-time streaming again on Friday. I've been here all week, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I still got today and tomorrow, so.
Oh yes, 11-year legacy. Actually, in reality, I didn't ever have to ask for anything at all until these pieces of shit like you ruined my income on YouTube. So, you're the reason that I do it, yet you're the ultimate hypocrite because then you complain that I have to ask for contributions on streams, even though there's nothing wrong with that. And I wouldn't have had to ever do it if my YouTube channels weren't destroyed by pieces of shit like you. So, ultimate hypocrite right there.
Still 2 more full-time days of streaming, right? But these symptoms, they persist. I still got a runny and stuffy nose. I still got the post-nasal drip constantly going down the back of my throat. I still got a tickle in my throat and I'm still coughing.
Phil, once again, that sounds like allergies. That's the same things I go from time to time. You know what I do, Phil? I take Allegra. I take a over-the-counter nasal spray. That helps to clear all that crap up, Phil. There's medication to help for that. Why don't you go out and buy them? It's not that expensive. The nasal spray may cost you no more than $5 to $10. Allegra, unless you want to get Allegra D, can cost you between like what? I don't know, $15 to $20. So in total, you might spend what? $30 on these meds that can help your situation out, Phil.
I'm not really feeling any better. You know what I mean? And it sucks because I'm resting. I'm not overexerting. I'm resting, but I'm still having all these symptoms. And there's really nothing I can do. It's just either a bad flu or it's COVID. Phil, you
me angry, Phil.
First and foremost, you should have got tested for both of them, Phil. You should have went out there and got tested for COVID, see what's that, because you literally playing Russian roulette with your life with that crap. Until if it was the flu, go out and get therapy. That would help you out there, Phil. You have zero excuses.
The other, and there's nothing that can be done to negate that feeling of shittiness. You know, I don't feel good, being honest. Like, mentally, I am all here.
Mentally, I'm all here, but naturally I'm not, because I'm all alone. My wife has left me because I didn't give her what she wants, what she deserves. And could you guys please give me money? $100 is not enough. I need $200. I can put it into gins. I can put it into WWE champions. Wah. Shut the fuck up, Phil, and stop being a little bitch.
You enjoy games. I'm ready to have fun. I'm ready to chill with you guys and have a good conversation and have a good day streaming today. But physically, my body's not all here. I feel drained. I feel like these allergy, and it feels like allergies, like bad allergies at this point. And I know
That's what it is, Phil. It's allergies acting up. I just said that. Go out there and get the stuff out there that worked for me, because that would really help you out, Phil.
not. It's these annoying, lingering symptoms, right? There we go. And I can't get rid of them. And there's nothing I can do. You know, a lot of people say, take medicine. It doesn't do anything for me. Medicine has never worked for me. I'm not kidding you. Over-the-counter cold medicine has never done a thing to me.
What the fuck are you fucking talking about, you lame-brained pieces of dumb fucking shit?
I'ma call grade horse shit on that, Phil. You didn't even bother trying to go out and try and utilize them, Phil. That's a big fat crock of lie. And if that's the case, that doesn't work for you, go to the doctor so they can prescribe you a stronger case of medication that can help to take care of that. Don't give me that pathetic excuse.
Knock you out at night, like NyQuil, that will work. But none of the
As a matter of fact, since we want to go down this little rabbit hole, if that's the case, then the Advil shouldn't have been helping for you, Phil. So again, you're lying.
counter remedies have ever worked because I have post-nasal drip. So because I basically have worse symptoms than most people who get a cold because my post-nasal drip never stops. So
Phil, do you have dementia? Do you have Alzheimer's? Do you have schizophrenia? God forbid, do you have HIV? No, you have none of that stuff, Phil. Other than, let's say, diabetes, and that could be another thing that could help it out. Well, matter of fact, I'll say pre-diabetic. But outside of that, Phil, there's nothing wrong with you. There's medications to help with your seasonal allergies. Go out there and buy it. I'm not gonna repeat myself once again for your complete and utter laziness and stupidity.
just, you know, constant. Oh my God, my nose, gotta blow it. Oh my God, the drip. Oh my God, I'm coughing. I'm just tired of it. And it's been over a week. It's been a week and a half now.
Then do something about it. Go out and get it taken care of, you idiot.
They're persisting and they're pissing me off. They're just really starting to annoy me. In fact, right now, no exaggeration, I have to blow my nose. I'm not kidding. It's bothering me.
Then go ahead and blow it. Stop with the complete. Oh, just stop with bitching. Please do it.
Get up. And I have to blow my nose. So go hold on 1 second while I do that.
And while you do that, mute the mic, go down stream and do that, please, for the love of God. Save everybody from your disgustingness.
So there you go, right? Case in point. But just to compound the matter, you know, it's not just about me and what's going on with me in my life. It's about my family. And my wife is also sick. And
Him and his family. All right, you know what? All right, Phil, please give me the sob story of this one. I want to hear how pathetic this is.
she got it after me. So she's about 3 to 4 days behind where I am in the cold. You see? So now, basically, she's to a level where she can do normal stuff during the day, but she's still weak. She still has tons of congestion in the head. She can't smell anything because her nose is completely congested, and she's sore. She's still kind of sore all over. She's where I was on Thursday or Wednesday.
Phil, listen to me. Listen to me very carefully. If your wife, I'm just going to play along, is this sick, don't do morning streams. Tell your chat for the next couple weeks, I'm not going to do the morning stream because my wife is sick. She's still going through what I had before. So we'll just do the chill streams and the late night streams, and that's you can leave it at, Phil. You can easily do that. And will you do that? No. Because you prove beyond a shadow of doubt that, number one, you really don't love your wife. You don't. You don't do nothing for her. You don't care about her because she does everything for you, Phil. She's so sick that you will not even be there for her. And the sad part about it is she's done so much for you between cooking, making sure you was good when you was sick, celebrating your birthday for a whole fucking week. And yet you can't even do nothing for her. You couldn't even have her celebrate her birthday for a week. You waited for a day after and forced her to play Starfield. Not only that, Phil, you put your anniversary next to your birthday, which I find quite pathetic. That should be a day that should be separate from your own birthday week. That should be a day that you say, hey guys, I'm not streaming this day. I'm going to go out and spend time with my wife. You don't even do that, Phil. And even more, what I find pathetic, you're denying her a chance to have a child because your excuse is, oh, my detractors are going to find out and do harm. Like, no, Phil. Any normal person will do nothing with a child. They won't do anything, no harm, nothing with a child. You just find every excuse because you want to be a man-child. You want to be pampered. You don't want the responsibilities of being a man, being a husband. At this point in time, I can't wait for the divorce to finalize, and you can go through all the hell you put her through, Phil. And it's going to be so glorious when I finally see it.
Basically, you know? So she's behind me and she's suffering. So, like, not only am I suffering, right? She's suffering too. And that sucks because one day, hopefully, if you don't have this, you'll understand what I mean. But when you have found that person who you care about more than anyone else, and
I'm going to even continue on what I said in the last part. He's talking about all this, but look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. For these past couple years, he's talking about how you find that significant, how much you want to love the person, and yet this dude streams 16 hours a day, 6 days a week. No normal person's going to do that when they want to spend time with their significant other. Not only that, but any woman that's with a guy that does this, they would have left his ass, pointing, taking painfully when she finally left him. This is what I mean. Pay attention to the breadcrumbs. She's no longer there. And again, I gotta say allegedly, but she is no longer there because she's finally had enough.
want to spend the rest of your life with. You want nothing more than for that person to be happy and to be safe and to be having a good time. And my wife is not having a good time.
Of course not, she's not having a good time, Phil. Because you're doing nothing. Nothing to provide that. Safe? You have her literally sheltered in. Other than that one time with the tire situation, and you doxed where she was working at, which is very pathetic, Phil. So yeah, you're right, she's not happy. She's not happy with you. Because you are incredibly boring. You're not doing anything different. Okay? And do not be surprised when all of a sudden she mentions that she's been talking to somebody else behind the scenes, another man that's providing all the things that she wants, Phil, when you could have, but you failed miserably.
My wife is in a very, shitty position for a week, or almost a whole week now. She's been sick. And it just feels like crap, very crappy. It's not good. She wants to feel better, and she can't feel better because she's sick. Okay? So it is what it is. I can't fix that. All I can do is try to help her out. If she needs a drink or she needs something, but it's the same as me. It's just going to be something that time is going to take in order to recover, right? And nothing we can do about that, but it's a debilitating thing that's going on. It's affecting us physically. It is affecting us mentally, Now, by the way, guys.
And I ain't gonna continue with that. But, gentlemen, let this be the example of this should be an example of how not to be a man, how not to be a husband. Pretty much how to literally get a divorce within a short amount of time. This should be the final example of what Phil has been doing for this past year, especially for 2023.
I'm starting something new. I just want to try it for today's stream. I have YouTube set up automatic ads on this stream, but I had it set up ultra conservative automatic ads. I wonder what that means, because there's 3 levels: heavy ads, medium ads, and conservative ads. I set it up to be conservative ads. So for those of you watching live, I'm curious, how intrusive are these ads? How often do they play? I'm purposefully testing it today. In fact, it looks like an ad break is going to run in 10 seconds. So I'm curious.
It's a good thing I got ad blocker on, so that way I don't have to see these ads pop in, because I don't want him getting no review from me.
You guys can tell me what you see. What kind of ads do you see? How many are there? I want your feedback, all right? So it's going to start in just a few seconds here, but I'm going to continue on with the show. Many of you, if you're watching on demand, you probably will not see the ads. Okay? And some of you may not see ads at all. All right? Why? Why won't you see the ads? Because ads are regional. They're based on location. So you may live in a part of the world where the ads don't apply, so you won't see them.
That's a beautiful thing. I'm glad that's the case, Phil. So no one has to give you any revenue, nothing. I actually want you to take a financial hit, so that way you can learn and actually get a slice of humble pie, Mr. Bennell.
You may have ad blockers, which is fine. I'm not even going to advise you at this point to not use an ad blocker on YouTube anymore. That's your prerogative.
No shit, Sherlock.
YouTube is atrocious with the amount of ads that play on it. It's almost unbearable. All right. However, I will say this. If you have YouTube Premium, oh my God, is YouTube a better place? YouTube Premium, yes, it's like $15 a month or something like that, but you never have to watch an ad. Everything works at the highest quality all the time. You could pre-download shows to watch when you don't have a good internet connection. You can have YouTube in the background playing as like music, like a music playlist, and it works fine. And I actually do that all the time.
Really? That's interesting. How you do that when you stream 16 hours a day, Phil? I'd like to know that. Are you doing that off stream? Because that's the case, then okay, I can believe in that story. Do I believe he has YouTube Premium? Yes. But to be saying you play in the background, I highly doubt that, especially when you're too busy streaming a certain game. You got those neck phones on, so we can still hear the sound and everything else. So, again, I don't believe you on that one, Phil.
So, I strongly recommend YouTube Premium to those of you who don't have it. It's a great thing if you're someone like me who uses YouTube all the time. It's very useful. Yes, it costs money, but and by the way, it helps out any content creator you watch under it. If you're watching a content creator who has ads on their content, you don't have to watch the ads, and they get paid as if you did. You see? So, I strongly recommend it. Anyway, so you might say, you might say, why are you trying this? Well, we're going to talk about that in just a moment, actually. But I'm curious because YouTube, every day, YouTube pressures me to have YouTube run ads. It says, you don't run ads on your streams, let us do it for you.
It's called evolving with the times, Phil. That's why they pressure you. They want you to try something different. And the problem you feel is you rather still be stuck in 2005, 2006, 2008. You literally say yourself, you're like a dinosaur. You write everything on paper, Phil. So what's the problem with, trying something new, Phil? You know what? Better yet, $10 says that he'll have this on only for the rest of this week and then cut it back off because he wants to stick to his old ways.
This new system that we just sent, all right, and or that we just designed, and what it is, 3 levels. It's like super intrusive amount of ads, heavy ads, medium balanced ads, and conservative ads. All right, and I'm curious. Number 1, how often will they play for you guys? And number 2, how intrusive they are, and of course number 3, will they even help me or my business? Right now I had a couple hundred people on the stream, and out of that, how many of you actually just watched an ad, right? Maybe
I hope maybe 1 or 2, and the rest just pretty much skip over it so you didn't get the money.
So what did I make, like a nickel, right? I'm just
Actually, I think you made no more than maybe a penny at the most.
I wanted to try it out for a few streams to see how it works. And if it ends up being something insanely annoying, then I'm just going to turn it off forever.
Like I said before, give it the rest of this week. He'll find it's not, beneficial to him. It's not getting the money he's looking for. He's going to turn it off and go right back here, get into begging, asking for tips, asking for super chats, asking for memberships, everything else. Just you watch.
Ends up being not so annoying, and people are like, yeah, it's not that bad. It's only every once in a while. And if it helps out me in the business, then I should probably leave it on. Right now I left it on conservative just to see how often the conservative ads play and how many and how bad it is. Maybe even balanced would be okay. I don't know, because again, balanced for what we think versus balanced for what YouTube thinks could be 2 completely different things, right? So, let's see what happens. All right, and
Yeah, let's see let's see what happens, Phil. It won't take too long for the end result.
I turned it on for a reason. We're about to talk about that. Okay, so the other thing going on in my mind, we asked me, well, Phil, how are you doing? Well, first of all, I'm just not
Phil, they already asked that question. Why are you going over this again?
well because I've been sick, and these lingering symptoms won't go away. And they are.
Nah, I'm not gonna let it continue because, like I said, he comes with the most stupid analogies ever. If that is true, please comment down on the comments below, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this video. Stay tuned. I got a couple more in the pipelines. And I still got that video of me talking about Phil's situation with his wife for this whole year. That's still coming, guys. I apologize as I haven't released that yet. My hard drive took a bit of a dump, so I had to redo that whole thing all over again. But I'm back, guys. Anyways, y'all take it easy, and I'll see y'all in the next one.